Jets taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets.
26-yard line.
Push him back. Push him back.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic.
24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
No! Are you...
Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 18-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
He was brought down
the
by
run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Nick Chubb.
They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Bengals take over.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
Got him to win. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first
down. Cincinnati.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39-yard
line. 1 yard.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 21 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
Todd Gurley, the
nowhere to go that time.
The tackle
maybe got a yard up to the 40. 2 runs in a row and only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Tell
you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play? In front of him, had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
So a good punt there, but a very
Tyreek
strong
Hill on the
14-yard
return.
return.
The Jets
and
take
the
over
Jets will take
first
over
and 10.
first and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory,
that's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was.
Good.
Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there, survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team...
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown,
Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early in that time, and that certainly qualifies a big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, that's a touchdown. It's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. New York set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Nick Chubb, the ball
Solomon
carrier.
Thomas there on the tackle.
Solomon Thomas made the tackle.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Oh, good move. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The ball carrier.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 8 yards
down,
to
he'll
go.
drop to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. George Kittle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
On for the extra
So
point.
simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bengals take over.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
First quarter with the score Jets 21, Bengals 7.
Watch two. Single.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught at the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets will extend their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Oh.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Hurts pass.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A gain of 14.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, it's Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Third down.
Throwing is Hurts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Number 24
but how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
At the 45-yard
2nd and
line.
inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Chubb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Good.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking.
Set to kick off.
They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine
The
very
Bengals
soon.
take over
Not much of it.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Big O.J. Howard, his intended target.
For O.J. Howard.
That'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Hurts sets up to throw it. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this.
Hurts.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's Hill on the return. 13 yards to tally on the return there. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
Stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. He owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll look to throw here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
About it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, that he's getting negative or otherwise and turn it into positives moving forward.
Not much there, only a yard. Second and 9 now from the 21.
We own them.
Hurts. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Hurts pass.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
That's caught by Howard.
Hurts pass.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Pulled in at the 24. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
37-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6.
The pass.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it. Because
you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
27-yard line. Michael Dixon.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Still churning. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He wasn't ready.
He's brought
They'll come
down
up now
at the 31.
2nd and 4 from the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mike, check.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gonna flare this one out to Gurley in the flat.
Hurts pass.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense, and sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job.
Into a double team and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Oh, yeah.
They'll start by running the option to the right. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Intended for Nick Chubb.
Here's the option. He'll pitch it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
You know how we get focused at the end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
They'll run for it. Chubb.
Absolutely love the effort there.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Hurts. Sacked. A loss of 5 yards.
That's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Watch the pass. Check 59. Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Nice, sweetheart.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And shutting him off, now open field. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return, 86 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Rolling can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sacked. A loss of 5 yards.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already
out.
down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a return of 5. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They run again on first down, Chubb, and he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The tackle made
At that
by
time, the
Malik
tackle
Hooker.
by Malik Hooker.
It's a pickup
The
of
last
3.
run got 3.
Brings
Now
up
here's second and 7.
At the
On the ground,
46-yard
it's
line.
Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row,
Todd
he's
Gurley
throwing it to the
on
guys
the
in the
carry.
wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. He better figure it out.
Delpit.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 10-yard line.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
First down, Cincinnati.
Mike, check. 59. It's going to be a long day. That's going to be a...
On first and 10, it's Hurts. And he finds Howard complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Jalen Hurts. Sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Out of the gun now on third down. He can run for it, and he will. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
An 8-yard pickup.
When they watch
And
film
the
of this game
Bengals
and hand out the
first
grade
down.
sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Hurts.
That catch good for only a couple.
To O.J. Howard. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Second
a
and
gain
8.
of 2. Brings up second and 8.
I got you. Mike 59. Watch the flag.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
What's up, man?
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
You don't want none.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Gonna flare this one out to Gurley in the flat.
Hurts
It'll be a
pass.
gain of 4.
Complete to
And
Todd
that'll
Gurley.
force upon him a 3rd and
It's a gain
14.
of 4. And it's 3rd down.
He throws and he hits the...
Hurts
And he
pass.
gets it just shy of
Complete
midfield,
to
but
Michael
that's not
Thomas.
enough. He's short of the marker.
A pickup
They pick
of
up
10.
10, but...
That route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away
Tyreek
from the
Hill on
football
the
and get
return.
the quarterback a
The
really
Jets
nice
take
target.
over 1st and
So
10.
well done there. And
At
these
their own
punters, they get
9-yard
more
line.
specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Not quite
David
the success
Johnson
they
on
had
the
last
carry.
play. This one goes for
The
3
tackle
yards.
made at the
Yeah, I don't know if it's
44-yard
exactly
line.
a win-win, but if
A
you're on
3-yard
offense, you'll
pickup.
take that kind of a
Brings
run.
up
All right?
2nd
It was
and
kind of
7.
stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll
That
take
is
over
now
1st and 10.
seven
At their
interceptions
own
between last
32-yard
week and
line.
this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Intended for
Normally you think
Gerald
the tight
Everett.
end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact,
leads
but
to
in this
2nd and
case,
10.
maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Hurts pass.
5 yards.
Complete
Now
to
it's 3rd and
O.J.
5.
Howard.
One
A
thing I think that's
5-yard
safe to say
pickup on the
defensively,
play.
the tackling's been really good.
Third
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not...
And the Jets pressure too much as
Chase
down he goes.
Young.
Chase Young.
Jalen
Who
Hurts.
else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the
loss of 6
afternoon.
yards.
That right now,
And it's 3.
that's a defeated team
And
out there.
out.
I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Open man is Michael Thomas. And
Hurts
able to get
pass.
this one across the
Complete to
45
Michael
before he's
Thomas.
brought down.
A gain
No
of
reason not to
16
try it
yards.
there, and they do indeed
1st
convert
down,
on
Bengals.
4th. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And down as he's inside the 40.
Today's final score,
Big
Jets 48.
offensive explosion
Bengals
help
7.
leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6.